Ho, 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 ho!
Hello everyone and very welcome to another video. So in this video we will be talking about an issue you will encounter when you want to deploy Microsoft Store app in the new fashion way, in the modern way. So what I mean by that is if you go to Microsoft Intune and you want to deploy Windows app and you want to deploy the Microsoft Store app new, which will be using WinGet method to install your apps and put them as Win32 apps in Intune. So there are some apps that are having issues when you want to deploy it via Microsoft Intune. For example, if we search for GIMP here and then we choose that and select, you can see here that it is throwing an error, and that error says the selected app does not have a valid latest package version. The issue was brought to my attention by a user on Reddit. So this latest package version is a requirement. It is a must in the GUI in Microsoft Intune. But good things, there are other ways you can create your application. Well, in this case, we can use a Graph API to create this application that we cannot create via Intune's GUI. So if you open a new tab and just type Graph Explorer, take the first link that comes up, and that is developer.microsoft.com. Navigate to that link, and then here at the upper right corner, you can see your sign in symbol here. You can click on sign in with your admin account. Now we need to grant some permission to Graph API if you haven't set this up before. So how can we do that? At the top here, you can see there is get, and there is the version 1, and there is a URL here. So we can start by changing this get to post and changing the version 1 to beta. Once we have done that, we can change the URL and navigate to beta, device management, and then mobile apps. So we want to post something to this directory in our tenant. Now, how can we see what kind of permission do we need for this? We can click on modify permissions here, and then it's going to tell you exactly what kind of permission do you need for this query or this post to work. Now I have already consented to this or given permission to Graph API to do these changes. If you haven't, just click on consent and approve it, or talk to your admins if you're not a global admin so that they can approve this for you. Now, once you're done with that, we can use JSON to create our application. And this is a very simple JSON file that we will be using. It has some parameters here, and we can use it to deploy our application. We need the data type, and that is going to be a Graph WinGet from Microsoft. And then the display name is going to be, in this case, GIMP. We can give a description, even that is not a requirement. This is just some nice thing to have. I'm just going to write gimpy wimpy. And then there is the package identifier. So you ask me, how do we find the package identifier for GIMP? Well, let me show you. If you open your web browser and go to apps.microsoft.com, search for GIMP, click on the app, and then in the URL here, up here, you can see the package identifier. So it's after the slash and before the question mark here. That's the package identifier, and that's what we will be needing to insert in our JSON script. So there's another nice way of finding the package identifier. So if you have Winget UI installed, you can go ahead and under Discover Packages, you can search for this package that you will be deploying, and you can see here that the package ID or the package identifier here is the same as the one here in the Microsoft link here. So that's another way. Okay, anyways, so take this ID here, the package ID, copy that, open a new tab in your browser and search for convert to uppercase, because we need to convert the app ID into uppercase. It's not gonna work for some reason if it is in lower cases. This app ID that we copy from here is in lower cases. So let's convert that to uppercase, and then copy that, paste it inside package identifier in your JSON script. Now let's take the whole this code, copy that, come to our Graph Explorer and paste it here. Now just run the query here and it should create your app. Let's go ahead and check Intune if our app is created now. Let's hit refresh, and there is our GIMP. If we click on that, by the way, you can see here that this is exactly as we wanted. This is the Microsoft Store app new, not the legacy one. So if we click on that, it's still uploading our package. So let's wait for that to finish, and then we can go ahead and continue. Okay, we can see here now that the upload has finished. I have changed the logo for this app under app information, and then I have deployed it to my test machine. Let's go ahead, fire up our test machine and test this real quick, just to be sure that everything is working fine. Thank you very much for tuning in. See you in the next one. Ciao.